Acheinu kol beis Yisrael. Acheinu kol beis Yisrael. Hanesuni batzoro uvashivya. Oinim bein bayom ubein bayavosho. Acheinu kol beis Yisrael. Acheinu kol beis Yisrael. Hanesuni batzoro uvashivya. Oinim bein bayom ubein bayavosho. Hamokoy mirachei maleyem yotziyeh mitzvoro nevacho me'afelo le'oiro u'meshivo le'geula hashto ba'golo u'bizman Goring. Girachei maleyem yotziyeh mitzvoro nevacho u'me'afelo le'oiro u'meshivo le'geula hashto ba'golo u'bizman Goring. A good Vochra Boisai. That wasn't loud enough. Lili Nishma, Simi Mirosi Rizbas Mordechai. Welcome to all the guests. And we will start off with a Kapitel Tehillim. Kuf Mem Beis. Maskil Dover Boisai. Before we say it together, just remember, we say every day in Shemona Esrei, Mechaye Meisim Berachamim, Soymech Noiflim, Veroifei Choilim, Umatir Asurim. When does it have more meaning than in our days right now? Mechaye Meisim Berachamim. All those 1,400 people that were nifter, and the count keeps going up every day. Mechaye Meisim Berachamim. Soymech Noiflim. It can mean the Cholim. It can mean the Mishpachas that are going through such Yisurei Gehenim now. Mourning and in the hospital and wondering where their loved ones are. V'roifei Cholim. Umatir Asurim. All these four things. Rabbi, we said every day. Just run through it. We have to pay more kavanah to it. Maskil David, Bioisoi Bamaros Vilo, Koili El Adino Yezok, Koili El Adino Yezchanon, Eshpoy Lefanov Sichi, Tzarasi Lefanov Agid, Visatei Folai Ruchi, Vato Yodadon Sibosi. Boyachzu alech tov nufach li Habed yominu rei v'yeini makir Ovad v'nois mimeni ein doresh l'nafshi Zoagti ein lecho Adonai omarti ato machzi Chelki be'eretz hachayim Hakshivo rinosi kidaloi simiyoi Hatzileini miroichai yom tumimeni Hoitziom memazger nafshi loidoi zeshmecho V'yachtiru tzadikim kisigmoi loloi Acheinu kol beis Yisrael hanesunim b'tzoro v'ashivyo Oimdim bein bayom ubein bayavosho Hamokim Yirachim Aleim, Vitziim Mitzora Levacha, Mefeila Lioro, Umishibu Legulo, Hashto Bagalo, Uvizman Koriv, V'nimar Omein. Live in the Armon Hotel in Connecticut, the very, very first Shabbaton of MDY. It was supposed to be a Shabbos of Chizuk, a Shabbos of Achtos, a Shabbos of celebrating Torah, and it turned out to be much, much more than that. There's not a single person from the 720 people that attended today's Shabbos that will tell you that he has charata coming and maybe he did the wrong thing. Every single person, even those that were on the fence. Mark, where is he? Yes or no? I didn't ask you. 1,000%. And Mark, Rabbi Isai, canceled his tickets and said, I can't come. It's not the right thing to come. 2 days before, and I spoke to him, Baruch Hashem. I am very, very appreciative that he agreed to come. It changed my Shabbos. I did not ask him before, but it's obvious. Anybody that was here, the entire Shabbos, I was just thinking the whole time, I feel so bad for Murad Nakash. I feel so bad for all those guys that decided not to come for whatever reason. And even those who said they can't afford it, baloney. They own a car, they own a this, and not to come to such a Shabbos. And you know what I decided? That the 720 people that came for this Shabbos, they have first dibs next year, and we're not going to even accept those other guys. So it was an amazing. I don't think not even one thing that I could think of went wrong. It was above and beyond expectations, and a tremendous Yisher Koyach. It should be recorded. Yossi Klein, Chvoidu V'atzmoi. And of course, there's so many people behind the scenes, including Nisanel Gans, who did tremendous amount. And if I start naming all the people, I'm going to embarrass myself. But there are many people. And I'll say, I forgot to say on Shabbos, but Mark Ashkenazi was huge behind the scenes. So, Yishikoyach to all those who organized behind the scenes. It's not over. We're still expecting another crowd to come in for the Siyum, and we expect it to be a tremendous moment of Kiddush Hashem. And with that being said, let's try to do today's daf. We might have to stop a little short, but no, let's do it. We're holding on the bottom of Beis, Omud Beis. Are the sponsors today? Yeah, let's do some sponsors. Let's see if I can find them. Oh. The Masechta is sponsored for the unity of Am Yisrael. Thank you. That's Tzlacha, the Parnas HaChodesh, that's Tzlacha, L'schus Yosef Meir ben Rachel and Yidden worldwide. Parnas HaChodesh, L'Nishmat Zechariah ben Moshe, and L'Nishmat Chaya bas Yosef. Parnas Hayom. Yisrael Goldstein is in the house. In honor, what a beautiful speech. I'm not going to repeat it, but it was a beautiful speech. And it was amazing that every single person that spoke was top level, everybody. So Yishkoyach to Reb YY, Yishkoyach to Reb Ari, was just unbelievable. And then we had Noam Fix and Avi Kamiansky talking about, you know what? Avi Kamiansky is in the room right now, so I'll say Yishkoyach Barabim for supporting today's event. Yishkoyach to Greystone. Yishkoyach to who else? Who am I missing? Official. Madison title I said. And well, of course we have to go through Tomer and Yossi's secretary, but the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Okay. Yochanan and this whole team for the beautiful decor and everything and running the show. But Chaim, I'm telling you, it just goes on and on and on. Can't. We'll do it by the Siyum Be'ez Hashem, maybe. Gedalia Miller, So what? Yisrael goes in honor of my Eishes Chayil's birthday and our anniversary today. Mazel Tov and Emir Hashem, many more happy and healthy years together. Amen. And Bai Gedalia Miller is also here today. Yishkoyach. Kesher Nafshi. He came off the plane from Kesher Nafshi in Kirstir, came straight here, literally from the plane. For his chos, for Reb Eli and family, for Reb Yossi Klein and staff, undertaking this unbelievable, inspiring Shabbos. Yishkoyach Reb Gedalia Miller. And the Art of the Month is sponsored by Yosef ben Chai Sarah for all the schusim that come from supporting Limudat Torah. Yishkoyach. Boisai. So, yesterday, we started the Masechta, and just a real quick chart over here. We had 4 Nezikin, Shar, Bar, Mava, Hever. And the Gemara threw in there that Shar has 3 Avos. So we're talking about Avos and Toldos. There's the main category and a subcategory. Believe it or not, Shar is a main category, but Shar, the main category, has 3 main categories. Keren, Shen, and Regel. And as we're going to see, each one has something special. Keren is Kavanasi Lahazik. He wants to go ahead and damage. You know what? I'm going to show you this video real quickly, because I didn't show it yesterday. This is Kavanasi Lahazik Rabbi Yisai, the new animation, which is going to just get better and better. And you could leave me feedback. If you don't like this kind of style, it's also good. Let me know. Here goes. All right, so you got the idea. You had a nice Lamborghini, and it's not so nice anymore. Boom. Okay. So that's Kavanos Lazik. Now we go back. Shane. Shane is anything that an animal does to enjoy himself. So eating is one thing. What about if an animal needs to scratch its back? Is that enjoy? Yes, we're going to see in the Gemara. So it's not dafka shen. It's not the tooth. It's not dafka keren. It's anything. Keren means horn, but we saw the cartoon where he jumps. It's also Keren. Shen, he's trying to benefit. He's trying to enjoy himself. He's not trying to damage. Regel means any hezek that's shchiach, that's common. Okay. That being said, let's see what the Gemara is saying. So, yesterday the Gemara was trying to figure out what is the difference between a av and a tolda. I still don't understand the difference. We try to say there's a difference in Keren. This type. He said, no, there's no difference in Keren. So let me tell you exactly what's going to happen here. The Gemara is going to say, what about Shen? Maybe there's a difference in the way there's an Av and a Tolda. No difference. What about Regel? No difference. What about fire? No. So we're going to go different. All the things go through them. It's going to be difficult to find the difference. 4 lines from the bottom of Beis on Beis. Shen v'Regel heichek sive. Is that where we're holding? Okay. Shem v'Regel heichek sive. Where does it even mention Shem? We're going to get back to the question of, in Rapapa, what is the difference between the Avin and the Tolda? The Sanya of Shilach, Zoi Haregel. When the Torah says, here's the pasuk, Ki yaver ish soda oicherem v'shilach es bi'iroi. A man sent his animal uvir b'zdei acher, and he consumed in another field. He destroyed. What does v'shilach mean? So the Gemara says, "V'shilach zoya regel." What's epis? Why shilach is regel? Because it says in the pasuk, "Mishalchei regel." You see how it goes together? Shalchei regel. So the word v'shilach means regel. Hashar b'chamor. Okay, so that's regel. It's going to become more mavur. So uvir. What's the word in this pasuk? Uvir. What's the word ubir? Zuashen, consumed with his tooth. V'chein oimer, keshivar agol atumor. So, golol, Rashi says, to pshatim, it means it's exposed and not exposed. What part of an animal is exposed and not exposed? A tooth. Sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't. You have lips. So maybe let's referring to two. Omar Mar. We're going to get to the proof soon. Omar Mar v'shilach zor regel v'chein oimer mishalchi regel hashav v'chamar. We just said. So the Gemara says, I have a problem. Why do I need a big raya that v'shilach regel time because rachmanu mishalchi regel hashav v'chamar hol lavachi b'may mukbaslo. When the Torah says ki yaverish sada cherem v'shilach es birot, he sent his animal caused damage. You tell me what it can mean. From a process of elimination, I could tell you that it means regel. Why? B'may mukbaslo. How are you going to explain this pasuk? Ikeren ksiv. We said yesterday we had a whole pasuk. Ishen ksiv. So from a process of elimination, I only have, we saw on the chart, these three things, keren, shen, regel. So once I got rid of keren and shen, it must be regel. Says Gemara, both are referring to shen. Two psukim say shen, right? Because we had also shen and beer. So what is? Let's go back to the pasuk. We have these two words: b'shilach, beer. Beer means shen. So what does shilach mean? Also shen. I would think that it means two separate things. One is a type of shen that you destroy it all the way to the root. He eats the entire vegetable, the entire thing. He eats something that's in the middle of growing. It'll grow back. It says Rashi, it'll grow back, not as well. Okay. But there might be, I would think, there's two types of hezek. There's a hezek where the animal eats the grass all the way down. It'll never grow back. For that, I need one pasuk. And another pasuk to say, even if he didn't cause that much damage, it's gonna grow. You still have to pay. Come on, Shmuel. Says Gemara, so Mela, that's what I would think. I think those two words are both shen. No, one is shen, one is regel. Regel. Shen, you just told me there's two types of eating. There's eating that destroys it completely to the ground. There's eating that's only semi-destroying. But you told me now that I don't really need it. I don't have a pasuk for that. I'm using up a pasuk for regel. So how do I know the type of shen that doesn't destroy? It's a weaker kind of shen. Says Gemara, do me the regel because it must be similar to regel. Shen has to be like regel, same pasuk. It's a hekesh. Hekesh means I have it in the pasuk by regel, and regel doesn't matter this way, that way. All regel is the same. My regel loishna mikali karna loishna loy mikali karna. Shen loishna mikali karna loishna loy mikali karna. Great. Omar Mar ubier zershen. V'chein oimer kashivar agolol ad tumoy. So we have the pasuk. Time that goes again. So the same kind of question, same kind of shakla v'tayr. Time that goes Rachmona kashivar agolol ad tumoy. You need a special pasuk to tell me that the word ubier in this pasuk. See, the shilach ubier. Beer means shen, and I need a pasuk for that. Again, the same exact question we had before. From a process of elimination, I can know that it's talking about shen. What other way can we explain the pasuk? Ikere and ksiv, irregel ksiv. It says v'shilach. Okay. It says Gemara regel. Maybe both the v'shilach and the bier are both regel. Like the word v'shilach means he literally the owner sent him in as a bad shliach. Go destroy. And one of them is the animal decided escaped on his own. We don't need two types of regel. One is enough, and the other word comes to teach us shed. And the Gemara asked the same question as we had before. You just told me there's two types of regel. One goes by himself, one he's sent in. How do I know both? Do me the shed. From shed. Once I know shen, it doesn't matter whether he was sent in or he decided to go by himself. Af regel loishna shalcha shaluchay loishna ozlam meila. Okay. Hekesh, again, shen to regel, and there's no difference whether you send the animal in or he goes by himself. Chayiv. Says Gemara, just say the extreme case of a shilach, and I wouldn't need the word ubir, the mashma regel or mashma shen. V'shilach, once it says v'shilach, it can mean anything. He sent him in to do damage, whatever. He didn't care. So it can mean regel, it can mean shen. Mashma regal, why? D'chsiv mishalche regal shavachamar. Mashma shen, d'chsiv v'shem behemas shachbam. You see the word shen together with the word shilach. Before we had already mishalche and regal. Now you see the two things, regal and shen, go together with the word v'shilach. So if the Torah just said v'shilach, I wouldn't know which one to pick. I'll pick both. Umash v'shen d'chsiv v'shem behemas shachbam. So the Gemara lav kroyatiro, oy regal zekim matzi. Oh. So now the Gemara says, basically, I gave it away before. So we have a little bit of chazara here. So we need to understand why the Torah gives us this av. It's called this, Karen. What's the difference? Just whatever, animal damages. No, there's a big difference. Each one has a fundamental difference. And that fundamental difference makes enough community, the different types of zekim. Now what? Regel, zekim matzui. You see? Shchiach. Oishen, dish hanola zekoy. You see, regel is something that it's common. Every day the animal walks. Every day he's clumsy, steps on things, breaks things. Shen is, the definition of shen means that he enjoys it. The animal's enjoying. He's eating from the garden. He's eating vegetables. He's having a nut. If he eats a mirror off a car, that's not shen. It happened with his teeth, but he's not benefiting from it. He's not enjoying himself. So that has to be in another category. What category would that be? Biting off a mirror. That's the category of Karen. That's an animal that wants to destroy. That's Karen. Going with it, goring another animal. So you have to understand where it comes from. It's not a name. It's a definition. At the end of the day, this has this mila, this has this mila. Which one is better? Which one is what? So bring both of them. Which one are you going to pull out? So at the end of the day, why does the Torah have to say both the word v'shilach, which could mean both, and I would never know which one to take out? I can't take one regel, shen, I don't know what to take out, so I'll stick both of them in. So then why does the Torah have to say ubir? Says the Gemara, no, v'shilach means that he deliberately sent his animal out to be mazik. That's why the Torah has to say ubir, to teach us another type of hezek. A hezek, the animal escapes on his own, and then he does either a regel, and he does either a shen, he has a nah, he's mechaven, it's shchiach. But it's two types of, now we just multiplied the types of hezek. There's a hezek that happens on its own, the animal jumps over the fence and runs and destroys something, eats something, and there's a hezek that the guy is a rasha. He says, here, go over here, eat these vegetables. Tolda de Shen Mahi. What's considered a Tolda of Shen? So, we live in, a big group of us here are from Bet Shemesh. From Bet Shemesh. I daven in the Beis Medrash called Bnei Yeshivas. It's back to back with the Beis Medrash. Literally, we share a wall. And when I first came to Eretz Yisrael, I went into this Beis Medrash. Somebody said, try it out. So I tried it out. And I never went into another Beis Medrash. I never davened Shachris in another Beis Medrash, basically. Maybe once for a bar mitzvah. I never went. Why? I went in there, I felt very comfortable. There's Hasidim there, there's Misnagdim, there's modern Orthodox, Kippas Rugaz, black hats. And there is something that this year doesn't even have yet. There's a token Yerushalmi. His name is Meir Koenig. Everybody knows him, the guy's from Bet Shemesh. He's a big chaver man. And I remember he always used to say, he used to go on a corner of a wall, and he used to go like this, and he used to say, it's this thing. Okay? It's this Gemara right here. We finally got to it. Who's laughing? Where's Noam? You know what I'm talking about? You can hear him saying it, right? With the strime on the whole zach. My boy said it would be geschmack if we had a 3D of it. Baruch Hashem, we do. Not this one. Where is it? Here we go. B'kitzer, this guy, he scratched his back. He was having a gnaw, but it's not with his tooth. It's with his back. That's also considered what? Rabbi Zai, shame. It's considered shame. There's another case here. V'tinfa perslan also. So this, I don't even need 3D. I just went on YouTube. Here it is. Maybe shut off the volume for this one. If you take a look at the zebra in the middle, that's what we're talking about right there. They're rolling around. That's what these kind of animals do. Roll around, scratch their backs, but on a bunch of fruit, destroying a bunch of fruit. So that's considered shen, a tooth. There was a yid that had a nice itch on his back. And he was walking the street and he couldn't control his itch. So he found a tree and he started scratching his back. He didn't realize that that was the house of the parrots. The parrots comes out and he sees a Jew scratching his back on the tree. He went wild. He grabs him. He says, "Listen, you're gonna have to sit in jail." He says, "Jail? I don't have parnasa. My wife wants to divorce me. It's my matzav, the whole thing." The parrots couldn't believe it. He heard such a sob story. So he gave this guy 200 ruble and he sent him on his way. The guy comes back to the shtivel and he tells his friends, he's not going to believe it. Just went to the parrot's house. I scratched my back on the tree. And the guy gives me 200 shekel, 200 ruble. So of course, two yidden, chachmei chelem, they run to the parrot's house. They're scratching their back. So the parrot comes flying out. He says, "What do you guys, sugar, chutzpah?" He says, "What do you mean? Yankel did it and he got 200 ruble." He says, "Yankel is a nebach. Well, we're also nebachs." He said, "Yeah, you're nebachs. Of course, you're bigger nebachs than him. I can tell." He said, "But you're two people. Why don't you scratch each other's back?" You want another mashal? Yeah. Okay. There's a guy that had a very big itching problem. And he had to scratch himself as he's walking by the palace, and he was caught. The king says, "We got to kill you." So he explains to the king how it's Noirvayim, and the whole thing is matzav. He can never control it. It's unbelievable. So the king says, "You know what? Fine. Instead of me punishing you, I'll give you one request. What do you want?" So the guy thinks. He says, "I want to be able to scratch myself, my back, everywhere I go, wherever in the whole kingdom. Nobody can tell me anything." So the king says, "Granted." The guy says, "Shaita, you're by the king. That's what you ask for? Ask him for a doctor to heal you. We daven. Sometimes we daven for the wrong thing. A daven that the guy, that Rosh Marusha from Chizbal should die. No. Well, daven that Mashiach should come tomorrow. You can't daven for the wrong things." Zog the Gemara. I hear Shlomi saying, "You should come right now." You're right. Zog the Gemara. So told the Shemayin is chacha b'koisel anasa. Don't forget this lashon. Is chacha b'koisel anasa. V'timfa peres lanasa. Ma'ishna shen yeshano lezeikoi. What is so special about Shen? He had benefits from the hezek. You own this animal. You got to watch him. Hananami, the talada is also that's Shen. He eats other people's fruits and stuff. You have to watch him, and he has enough from it. Nami yeshano lezeikon. This animal that scratches himself on the wall, he has enough from it. And you own the animal. You got to watch him. Ella told the Shen. So bottom line is, we haven't found an afkamina between an av and a tolda. The tolda is exactly like the av. If your animal goes and knocks down somebody's wall while he's scratching his back, you have to pay, just like your animal eating a bunch of fruit. So there's no afkamina between a tolda and an av. Ella says the Gemara, you're right. Tolda the shen kishen. Okay, now let's push it to the next one. Papa told her the regel. I guess when I said that, you were here? I didn't know. Be'emes, I didn't know. And I was thinking about you the whole Shabbos. And you're going to have charata, my friend, big time. Listen, you know what he did? He sponsored like 20 people to come for Shabbos. He thought it's pot to yourself. You'll never in your life get Reb Ari ben Shushan's speech in a million years, and you won't be able to get Reb YY's speech. What? Chizuk, unbelievable. Okay, Mamish feel bad for you. Zog the Gemara. That being said, maybe some guy videotaped the whole thing. Maybe it's on cameras. I don't know. You gotta check it out. Whew. Okay, so the Gemara says maybe when it comes to the Av and a Tolda of Regel, we'll find an Afgemina. Tolda the Regel Mai. Okay, what is it? Zog the Gemara. Hizika begufa derech hilucha. Oh, how much time do we have left? Oh, plenty of time. Why did it stop at 27:47? Okay. How many minutes? Okay. Hizika begufa derech hilucha. That an animal, without even paying attention, was mazik as it was walking. So Rabbi said we have with us Fischel. I should call him Reb Fischel. Fischel, big, very, very big part of this year. I didn't even ask him. He went ahead and spent thousands of dollars, literally thousands of dollars. Got Kol Rom Media, whatever it's called. What's it called? Kol Rom. And they produced this video. Many of you saw it, but if you're new to Baba Kama, maybe you didn't see it. But it has this Gemara right in it. It's where the animal, he's trying to tell me, he didn't realize I'm working on 3D already a year. He says, oh, here's 3D for Baba Kama. So let me show you what he did here. This is a trailer for Baba Kama. He was Mechaven. Fish was Mechaven Lamas. But no, because of him, I went full force and I said, okay, we got to do this. Especially after everybody thought they didn't realize, they thought, and I kept on saying, it's Fischel's video. Fischel did, I have zero to do with it. He gave me a finished product with the music. I had to take out his music because, should I tell them? You could play it. It had a Goyish movie background. There's da 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 da. I was like, half the island doesn't know what it is. So he did me a time, he took it out. You'll just play it in your mind as it goes now. Da 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 da. Okay, here it goes. Calm and good. That's the sugi right here.
No, who should be hiding? Him!
It reminds me of Yossi Klein. People taking things into their own hands, going with it, doing things, being productive. Bemis. Shkoyach and Fischel. So that was Hezika Begufa Der Chilucha. She was walking, hit that pot. Besa'ara Der Chilucha. Her hair, the animal's hair got stuck in something, pulled something, knocked something over. Bishlifsha aleh, beprumbia shebepia, with a package on her. The prumbia, this is prumbia, the whatever you want to call it. The bit, I like the bit. Bezug shebetzavara, the bell on the animal's neck. Says the Gemara explains. It's not a question. Regel means that it's normal, it's common for it to damage, and you have to watch it. What's so special about regel? What's the definition of regel? Regel means it's common. Great. The bottom line is there's zero difference between Av and a Tolda. A Tolda also is like an Av. Ella told the regel karegel. I give up. Let's toss it to the next one. I told the bar. Bar, we don't even have to see. We just saw bar. We saw the goat falling to the bar. Says Gemara told the bar my new. What could it possibly be? Ilema avasora v'tolda. Hold on a second. Just want to find Shlomi Klein gave me this gift. It's a gift that never ends, and I don't have it here. Every day I look for it. It's a whole matzav. You know how it goes. It's here. I know it's here. Okay, can't find it. Where's Rabbi Pilchik that gave me the talus bag? Where is that? Where's that person? Where is he? Huh? Center. I didn't appreciate. I just over Shabbos I was admiring the beauty. If you want to see a beautiful talus bag, go to the front of the shul. It has the MDY logo, it has my name, everything. I don't even know this person, never met him. But I'll tell you this, you wrote me a nice letter, I put it in my talus bag, beli neder, if nobody takes it out of there, I'm going to keep that letter there forever. It's a beautiful letter. Shkoyach. And if the Olam wants, they could go into my talus bag, take out the letter, but put it back in, please. It's beautiful. Shkoyach. And once I'm being mafsik, I want to say Shalom Aleichem. What's his name again? I forgot his name. He's a big tzaddik here that came. What? Chaim Laivi. He came with his wheelchair with 3 guys. How many guys? Unbelievable. He was by us in Eretz Yisrael on a flight with so many. They had to carry him up the whole thing. He told me it's his dream to come to Eretz Yisrael from Abed Shemesh to the thing. It's his dream to come here today. He told me. So Shkoyach Chaim for doing the daf every day under the circumstances. We don't have any excuses, Rabbi. So you look at Chaim, he does daf every single day, and Baruch Hashem is here with us today. Shkoyach. Let's keep on going. Told the bar my new. What's bar? You'll tell me that the primary is a 10th fachem bar. We told the Tisha, and the subcategory is the same bar, just not as deep. So, and therefore what? So Asara is going to kill an animal. Tisha won't kill an animal. Like Tisha ksivi v'lo Asara ksivi. It doesn't say anywhere in the Torah that word. It doesn't give us a measurement. Holy Kashya. Well, it doesn't have to say it. Why? Because it does say in the pasuk, says the Gemara, Ba'ala bar Yishalem. It's a pasuk about a bar. Ba'ala bar Yishalem kesef Yosef l'ba'ala v'hameis. How come this is not showing on my screen? Do you see it on that screen? Huh? He's distracted. He's learning. How come you don't bring the pros in there? Where's Gary? Where's Avrahami? You letting Mark do it? That's what's going on? Who? Dave, you're spacing out, Dave. Go back to Israel. Shkoyach Dave came all the way from Eretz Yisrael. It's unbelievable. Okay. Let's go weiter. ADD is kicking in here. We need to eat. We need to eat again. I'm starving. Says the Gemara. Oh, Halikashiv. V'amesi Eloi. It says before in the pasuk. V'ames. This is a dead guy here. Omar Chmona. V'kimu Rabbanan. Rabbanan figured this out. Asara of the Misa. 10 tfachim kill an animal. Tisha nezikin avdi. Misa lo yavdi. You can't die from 9. My friend's ox fell into the bar and it was only 8 and he died. Oh, he died, but not from the bar. He had a previous condition and he died from something else. Your bar didn't cause it. Says Gemara, soif zav lemisa zav lenizakah. Okay, you're right. They're the same. In other words, 10 is the av. 9 doesn't kill, so it's not even in the category. But what does it do? It breaks legs. Oh, so it should be its own category, a prime category, a 9 tevach bar that breaks legs. It's called hezek. There's misa and hezek, 2 different but it should be an av. So if okay, you explain to me there's no talda here, but at least it should be 2 categories of av. Zav lemisa, zav lenizak, and 1 kills, 1 damages. Elo avnoi sakinoi umasoi shenicham b'shus rabim Viziku. So I was thinking to myself, this would have also been, if I had more time, this would have also been a Geshmaka 3D clip where a person puts a knife and a guy's walking and he trips on it and slices his hand off, or I don't know, whatever. It'll be no, but then I thought, and I'm not going to show this, but Maisa Shahaya, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar. These Rishonim were removing the signs of the kidnapped kids. And they put razor blades behind them. So this lady comes and she takes it off and she cut her finger and she goes, so who's the terrorist now? These people with the kids kidnapped, they're the terrorists. Okay, fine. Fine. But there's a sakin in that sign, Rabbi Yisai, is a sakin in Rosh Hashanah. That's putting damage in Rosh Hashanah, something that can be mazik. Umasoi. Shenicham Rosh Hashanah, Veziku. Let me ask you something. Think about this for a second. If I take a knife and put it in the Rosh Hashanah, take a knife, put it in the Rosh Hashanah. Some kid comes, plays with it, and cuts his hand. What did I just put in the Rosh Hashanah? Did I put like an animal that damages, or did I put like a bar that somebody falls into? No, what does the Olam say? Everybody says bar. But Rav says it's a shar. What are you going to do with Rav? But it makes a lot of sense that it's a bar. I agree. We have to understand Rav. Says Gemara, and they damage somebody. If the guy said, this is not my knife anymore. So even Rav, who claims that if it's his knife, it's a shar, if there's no difference, he says, between sending a dog that bites a kid or sending a knife that the kid touched and it bit his hand. But in this case, you're mafkirit, even Rav will agree it's a bar. Okay, so it's a bar. And if you weren't mafkir, daf gimel beis, kulam mibar lemanu hainu bar. According to Shmuel, we learned all these cases from bars. It's a bar. Ilu Rav dama kulam shar lemanu hainu shar. So whatever it is. It's a bar or shar. Maishna bar. So the Gemara says, well, there's no Avin told here. Why? Maishna bar sheken tchilas yasil nezek. You created this pit to damage. Who digs a hole in the middle of a highway? It was there to damage. Okay, the word mamoincha is not 100% accurate here. It means it's your business, you should take care of it, and therefore there's no Avin and Talda. So when you put a package in the middle of a Rosh Hashanah and somebody trips on it and breaks his hand, you put it there, it was to damage, and therefore it's on you. Ella told the bar kibar, the bottom line is, there's no difference between Avin and Tolda. Papa, I told her the Mava. Now, what is it called when you push it to the next guy? Passing the? Okay. Whatever it is. In Panovich, we didn't have that. Mind you, what's Mava? Right? It's an interesting word, Mava. Mava means a tooth. That we already established it on Aleph. There is no difference between a tol and av. So Mava, we don't gain anything. Either Rav Dom or Mava is a Adam. According to Rav, the Mava is a human being. What kind of, when it comes to human being, where's there a subcategory? Or subcategory, guy is sleeping. It's not his fault. A person is always liable. Bein er, bein yashin. Doesn't matter if he's sleeping. Hello. This could have also been a Geshmaka 3D. Guy has a Geshmaka phlegm. He goes and spits it out. Hechidami. If it lands, and as it lands, it damages somebody's clothing or falls into a cup of wine, there goes, no more wine. That's his. There's no difference if a person takes his fist and breaks a window, or a person takes his phlegm and breaks his friend's wine. There's no difference. Okay, so you didn't tell me he did it yesterday. He spit it out on the sidewalk in the middle of the night. Nobody saw it. And then somebody comes along and switcheroo. This is mamish 3D. This is big geshmak. Land on set. Yeah. Bein l'Rav, bein l'Shmuel. Hainu bar. So why is that any different? According to Rav Shmuel, it's for sure. Nobody says, hey, don't touch my phlegm over there. It's mine. Everybody's mafker it. So if it's hefker, then it's a bar. We just said anything you mafker in Rosh Hashanah becomes a bar. Told the Mava Kimava. Oh, Rabbi Isai. Now we're figuring out the sugya. It must be there's no difference between an Av and a Toldo when it comes to Mava, whether it's a human or Shen, all the same. We're going to pass the right. I told you the Eish. Now we're going to go to Eish. Told Eish Ma'i. Ma'nino. What's the, there's a category called fire. You light a fire, it burns down a building. Okay, that's Eish. What's a told of Eish? Rabbi Salanta was walking the street, and those days, I don't know if you know, the hats, especially those tall ones, were made out of wood. A black thing, but wood. So a big wind came, so he took off his hat, and he explained to his Talmidim that if you'd leave it on and would fly off, he'd be over an eish. He'd be a ruach, mitzuya, whatever, take flight, hit somebody in the face, and he'd be chayiv hezek. So you have to be careful, he said. Doiraisa, we have to be, doiraisa, mechuyev, he said, to take off my hat so I don't cause damage to somebody else. Which reminds me, stam. Damage. You New Yorkers in Borough Park, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I was in my car, and a lady pulls in, and she hits my bumper. So, no. So then she pulls, weiter, she hits the car in front of her, and then she pulled in again and hit me again. So I get out of the car, and I say, excuse me, you hit my car twice. What do you want me to do? She starts screaming at me like I'm a mishugana. Mamish. Like, she thought I was crazy. I go, sorry. Hit it again, whatever. And then I noticed that everybody in Borough Park has a bumper on the bumper that saves the bumper. You know those big piece of bumper? Some chachamim, they put knives there, like this. Come, bump, let's see. Kitzer, stop. No, it's not a big deal to damage somebody else's car. You're not, it's minhag hamakam. It's not, you're not chayiv. You're not chayiv if you damage somebody's car. I don't know why. Whatever. Okay, next. Zog the Gemara. Where's Rabari? Is he here? Where's Rabari ben Shushan? Where is he? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'll never forget that speech. Unbelievable. What? 5 minutes? So we can choose now. Okay. Oh, so if he put these things on top of a roof, and there was a ruach matsuya, common wind, and it caused damage. If as it was flying, it caused damage, that's mamish fire. So weiter, the Gemara says, okay, again, I don't have a good case to describe a tolda of eish. Fire, you come onto somebody else, he lights it, and you have to watch it. You can't just make a bonfire in a forest and walk away. You have to, that's your achrayis to watch it. Ella told the Eish. Okay, bottom line is Rabbi Isai, there is no tolda, the tolda is like a av. Told the Eish Keish. I told the regel. We're going back now. I told the regel. Says regel, Hakimna told the regel correct. That we already established today. That regel, there is no difference between a told and a regel. A told and a av. Says the Gemara, the Chatzi Nezik Tzroirois. This is a case, and this one I asked the artist to do, but he didn't have time. And that is when an animal walks, and as he's walking, he steps on a small pebble, and it squirts out of his foot and hits a storefront. Okay? So that's Chatzi Nezik Tzroirois. And the only thing you're chayiv, there's a cause of you only chayiv half damage. Okay, you're walking with your ox, you didn't know it's going to step on the thing and it's going to split. It's not like those trucks that drive in front of you and these rocks hit your windshield. That's different. That you know. When you don't know, you're walking you're going with the animal and you don't know. So says the Gemara, the Hilchas Gemir Latz Halacha L'Moshe Messina, you only pay half. V'ama Ikari La Tolda, the regel. Oh, so we have regel. Now we have a tolda. Now we do have a subcategory. The what? It's called a tolda de regel, l'shalim min haliyah. So, regel, we said, means, let's go back. Regel is shchiach chazeka. The Gemara says that over here, because you only pay half, so the Gemara says maybe it should be like Karen. It should be like Karen. Karen is also something you pay half if it's the tam. Why regel? Where do you find something in regel you pay half? Gemara says it's regel because you pay min aliyah. You pay. Well, over here, aliyah means the full amount. My color told the regel, the shalim min ha'aliyah. Says the Gemara, Rava didn't know. Rava had a question to this. The boy Rava, chatzin nezik stories, megufa mishalim oy min ha'aliyah, megufa mishalim oy min ha'aliyah mishalim. Does he pay whatever he's worth? There's a shiloh whether or not that, okay, it goes like this. That a tam that gores another animal, he pays only up to what the animal is worth. He himself is worth. Okay, you have a tam. He's new at this, and he just gored someone for another animal for the first time. How much is the tam worth? $100. So he only pays up to, if the chatzi nezik is $100, that's it. He cost $10,000 worth of damage? No, whatever it is. So over here we're saying min aliyah, he has to pay. He doesn't get this out like a regular tam that gores. It's like a regel that he has to pay the full value of the half a nezik. It is half a nezik, but it's the full value of the half a nezik. You don't have this kula that you only go up until the value of the animal. So, but Rav had a question if that's the case. The boy Rav, chatzin nezik stories, megufa mishalim, aliyah mishalim. So the Gemara, you're right. Rav had a question, not Rav Papa who started this whole sugya. Rav Papa says there's a difference between Av and a Tolda. Here's the Tolda. Here's the Tolda of regel. Rav wasn't so sure. Rav Papa was sure. Rav Papa b'shitale. L'Rav m'bayale. Rav Papa b'shitale. L'Rav m'bayale. But according to Rava, at the end of the day, the m'bayale, Amai Karle told the regel. Why is Chatzi Nezik Tzroires, which Rav is not even sure, does he have to pay more than he's worth? Why is it called a Tolda of regel? Maybe it should be Keren, because Keren you also pay half. Why is it called Tolda of regel? The Patra B'Rishus Harabim, there's a Ptur. Like regel, you Patra B'Rishus Harabim. So if the storefront is in Rishus Harabim, you'd be Patra. Says the Gemara, Hamava v'hever. My Mava. What is this word Mava? Rav Omer Mava is Adam. Now we get to the sugya. Mava means a human being. Ushmul Omar Mava is Hashem. Mava is a tooth. Rav Omer Mava is Adam. So they both bring psukim, and the Gemara is going to say it's difficult. From all the psukim, it doesn't go well. The Chsiv, Omar, Shoimer, the Shoimer, the one who protects us, who's that? Rebbeinu Shloilam, also Biker. Here, the Gula came. Vigam Loila, but it's also night. What does that mean, night? It's going to be very schwarz and dark for all those people that didn't do tshuva. And he says, in Tevayun Ba'ayu, if you do tshuva, great, you'll be saved. But what does Tevayun mean? If you search for Hashem, you try to do tshuva. So it's a lashon of searching. So who searches? A human being searches. An animal doesn't do tshuva, doesn't search for Hashem. A human being can do tshuva. Memela, the word mava means adam, because it talks about tevayun, and it means to search. It's unbelievable. If you think it for a moment, just take a moment here. What do we just read? Mava ze adam. The word mava means a human being. Why? Because mava means to seek out Hashem, to ask Hashem for forgiveness. You hear what's going on here? We are called Adam. We are human beings that are Mava. It explains what a human being is. A human being is a thing that could speak to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that could dive into Hashem. That's the definition. Mava ze Adam. Unbelievable. Shmuel Omar, Mava ze Hashem. Mava, no, doesn't mean a person, it means teeth. The Chsiv, Eich nechbesu Esav, Nivu matzpunov. When I see the word nivu means to expose. What do you expose? You expose your teeth. My mashma, what's the connection between teeth and mava? Yosef. Echdein is Bilish Esav. How did Esav's enemies discover his galin matmeroi? They uncovered his treasures. How? So you see that the word nivu means to uncover. So teeth you uncover. Mela means teeth. Ra, my time and now the Gemara is just going to say that each one didn't like the other one's pshat. Niva. It says in the Mishnah, Mava. Niva means that it became exposed. But it doesn't say it became exposed. It says Mava. It exposes others. Here? Why the word Niva means teeth? Because it becomes exposed. So that's Niva. Niva means it was exposed. Mava means to expose something else, to do it to something else. That's not what the Mishnah says. It doesn't say it's teeth. It says in the Mishnah, Mava. It should say, Boya, a person who cries, a person that seeks Hashem and daves Hashem, that's Boya. Mava is the wrong lashon. Doesn't fit in. Your pshat is very nice, but it doesn't talk about tefillah, the Mishnah. You're right. Neither one makes perfect sense. Rav, my time Shmuel. Why doesn't Rav say like Shmuel pshat? They're both not the best pshat. So say, pick another bad pshat. So the Gemara Tana Shar v'chol midah Shar. Because we already discussed Shar. We're done with Shar. Mava cannot mean something that has to do with an ox, teeth of an ox. We already spoke about Shar. Shar means everything. Here's the chart again. Here's Shar. Shar includes Keren, Shen, Rega. What are you telling me? Mava means Shen. I'm done with Shen. Shen is under Shar. Okay, so it can't be an animal. It has to be a human being. But wait a minute. What's Shmuel going to do with that question? No, Shar does not include Shen. It includes Keren. Okay, fine. Rabbi Isai, we'll stop over here. Have a wonderful evening. Shkoyach for the chizuk.